Welcome to this invigorating and energizing yoga flow to cultivate mobility, strength, and flexibility. We'll get started today in child's pose, balasana. Reach your arms out in front as you rest your forehead on the mat. Feel the solidity and support of Mother Earth beneath you. Begin to cultivate an awareness of your body in space. Notice the spaciousness running along the back of your body. Perhaps you feel a connection between your belly and your legs. Notice the sensations around your face, and in particular the region of your head that meets the earth. Feel the grounding between your palms and your mat. Notice the stretch for the tops of your feet and the front of your ankles. From this space of bodily awareness and presence, let us welcome in 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. On your next breath, press into your palms, rise into tabletop Varmanasana. On an inhalation, open your chest, arch your back, gaze forwards. Exhale, round your spine, press into your palms, stretch out the back body. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Twice more at your own tempo. Let's return to tabletop. Inhale, raise your left arm, gaze up. Exhale, thread the needle. Lower your arm and the side of your face onto the mat. Perhaps you reach your right arm behind your back or towards the crease of your left inner thigh. Inhale and exhale. Mindfully return your right palm to the earth. Inhale, raise your left arm. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, pause for balasana, your expression. Inhale and exhale. Return your left palm to the earth. Inhale, raise your right arm. Exhale, Varmanasana. Tuck your toes under, press into your palms, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Either find stillness or movement here, listening to what feels right for your body as well as for your energy levels today. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, raise your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee in towards the chest, round your spine. Step your foot between your palms, lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms, lift your torso. Exhale, fingertips on the earth, step up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise to stand, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, palms to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold, palms on the earth, step back to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, forelimb staff pose. Lower onto the mat, inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Option to stay here in down dog, or on your inhalation, shift forwards into plank. Exhale, come into a chaturanga push-up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, phalakasana. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, phalakasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And again, once more. Keeping a neutral spine when you're in your plank and you lower into your push-up. Hugging your arms in towards the torso. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. On your inhalation, raise your left leg, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, knee to chest, step your foot gently between your palms, lower your right knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, fingertips on the mat, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. And again, inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold once more. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, palms on the earth, step back to plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, forelimb staff pose. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lengthen your spine and your legs. On your next inhalation, shift forwards to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga push-up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga push-up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Once more. On your next inhalation, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your foot between your palms. Raise your arms and your torso high, crescent moon. Find your foundation. feel your right heel rooting into the earth. On your inhalation, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend your knees, cactus your arms. Inhale to lengthen, active pyramid. Exhale to bend. And again, feel the stability of your lower limbs as you move throughout space. Once more. On your next exhalation, bend your front knee, keep your back leg active. Inhale. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. Spread your arms out wide at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, right palm against your left leg. Raise your left arm skywards. Maybe you find a mudra. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left palm on the earth underneath your shoulder. Raise your right arm skywards. Inhale. Exhale, pivot onto the blade edge of your left foot. Stack your right foot atop of your left, flexing your feet. Side plank. Inhale. Exhale, we lift the top leg, foot is flexed. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, and again we're keeping the pelvis and the shoulders stable. Use hip and glute strength to move your leg. One more round. Return to your side plank. Inhale. Exhale, right palm on the earth, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, your vinyasa, or head straight to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg. Exhale, knee to chest, step your foot down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. One breath here. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, bend both knees, cactus your arms. Inhale to rise. Exhale to bend. Twice more. On your next exhalation, bend your front knee. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, twist to the left, spread your arms. Inhale. Exhale, left palm against right leg, raise your right arm, exalted crescent. Continue to open your hips, open your heart. Inhale. Exhale, right palm on the earth, raise your left arm. Revolved, supported high crescent. Inhale. Exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank of your choice. Inhale. Exhale, lift your top leg, flex your foot. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower, and again. Feel the strength and stability of your side body and the length of your leg as you move it throughout space. Inhale in your side plank. Exhale, left palm on the earth, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, full limb staff pose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg. With your exhalation, feel the engagement of the muscles in your right leg. Inhale, lengthen your leg even higher. Exhale, step your foot between your palms, pivot your back heel in on a diagonal. Inhale, lift the torso, raise your arms, palms together, warrior one. Press into the blade edge of your back foot. Root your right heel firmly into the earth. Feel the opening for your left hip. Inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers together behind your back. Inhale to open your chest, gaze up. Exhale, fold towards the inner seam of your right leg. Reach your arm bind overhead. Notice if you naturally shift your pelvis and your hips over to the right. See if you can square your hips a little bit more towards the center of the mat. Inhale. Let's return to warrior one. Exhale, palms on the earth, step back to three-legged plank. Right leg is lifted. Point your toes, engage your glutes, your thighs, and your lower core. Option to lower your foot down or inhale. Exhale, find your three-legged vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Offer yourself 2 breaths here. Inhale, raise your left leg. Feel the stretch for the back of your right leg. Keep rooting your right heel into the earth. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest, step your foot down, pivot your back heel in. Inhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior. On your next inhalation, rise into warrior one. Exhale, palms on the earth, step back to three-legged plank pose. Keep your hips level. Reach your left leg out behind you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale here. Exhale your vinyasa of choice. You're welcome to rest in down dog, or perhaps you find another vinyasa. When you arrive in down dog, inhale and exhale. On your next inhalation, lift your right leg. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, aligning shoulders atop of your wrists. Lengthen your leg out to the side, option to stay here, or on your exhalation, find a chaturanga push-up. Inhale to lift. Exhale, we bend. Inhale to lift once more. From here, lower the pelvis down, lift your toes. Place your left arm behind your back leg, raise your right arm. Open your heart, lift the pelvis. Inhale. And exhale. Lower your pelvis down, pivot to the top of your mat, place both palms on the mat, lift the pelvis. Inhale, we raise the left arm, fallen triangle. Option 2, lift your right leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and again. From here, lower your left palm onto the mat, bend your right knee in towards you, and raise your leg skywards, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, knee to chest. Gently step your foot between your palms, lower your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Pause for the exhalation. Inhale. Exhale, lower your fingertips down. Begin to straighten your front leg. Flex your foot, half monkey. You can stay here, or let's find our full monkey pose, Hanumanasana. Maybe you reach both legs out in opposite directions. And if it's accessible to do so, keep your back toes tucked. This will support us in stabilizing the pelvis, as well as getting a deeper stretch for the left hip. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, mindfully release from either full or half monkey. Let's return to our lower crescent. Inhale, we raise the arms. Exhale, palms on the earth, step back to plank or down dog. Maybe you find a vinyasa, or maybe you don't. On an inhalation, raise your left leg, engage your glutes. Exhale. Guide your left knee across the body towards your right elbow. Let's lengthen our leg out to the right, pressing into the blade edge of your foot. We'll keep the back heel lifted. Let's find our 3 chaturanga push-ups. Keeping the legs engaged, bending the elbows out behind you. And from here, let's lower the pelvis. Pivot to the back of the mat, right palm on the earth. Raise your left arm, lift the body. Inhale. And exhale, we lower down. Scoop your left arm behind you, place your right palm on the earth, lift the pelvis. From here, let's raise our right arm, fallen triangle. Exhale, lift your left leg. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and again, feel the strength of your side body once more. From here, let's lower our right palm onto the earth, bend your left knee in, and straighten your leg. Three-legged dog. Mindfully step your foot between your palms, lower your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Inhale in your low crescent. Exhale, fingertips on the earth, half monkey or full monkey, your choice. Whichever variation you assume, continue to notice the sensations along the back of your left leg. If possible, keep your right thigh engaged to support you in protecting your leg. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready to release from this posture, we'll return to our low crescent. Inhale. Exhale, palms on the earth, Phalakasana. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. On your next inhalation, lift your right leg. Exhale, right knee to right hand, right foot to left hand, pigeon pose. Square your hips, point your back toes, and maybe you lower onto the mat. Breathe. Offer yourself one more breath in pigeon pose. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, press into your palms, lift the torso, swing your left leg around. Let's cross our right leg atop of our left, and we'll come into a spinal twist to the right. Left arm against right thigh, right fingertips behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One breath. Let's release from our twist. With the support of your hands, stack your right knee atop of your left, fold forwards atop of your legs, half cow face. Perhaps you turn your fingertips, your palms to face skywards. Allow your belly to soften as you breathe into the back body. Offer yourself one more breath in Ardha Gomukhasana. Inhale and exhale. Gently lift your torso, roll the shoulders, uncross and recross your legs, coming into tabletop, and we'll press back into downward facing dog. On an inhalation, raise your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, Kapotasana, left leg to the front of the mat. You can stay upright or fold forwards. Breathe. Gift yourself one nourishing breath in pigeon pose. Mindfully lift your torso. Swing your right leg out in front, and let's prepare for our seated half Lord of the Fishes. Mindfully release from the twist. Stack your left knee atop of your right. Perhaps you stay upright, or maybe you fold towards your legs. Allow everything to soften, including your mind. Offer yourself one breath in our half cow face pose. Inhale and exhale. Gently lift your torso, roll your shoulders, lengthen both legs, scoot forwards towards the top of your mat, reach your arms out in front, and on an exhalation, mindfully lower down. Feel the connection between your body and the earth. On your next inhalation, cross your left knee atop of your right. Exhale, hug both knees in towards you and catch a hold of the blade edges of your feet. Guide your hands over your feet rather than underneath them, as though you were holding onto a steering wheel. Gently separate your legs, your feet away from the midline as you guide your thighs towards you. Inhale. Exhale, swap the cross of your legs, and this time cross your right knee atop of your left. Catch a hold of your limbs and gently press your lower spine into the mat. Relax your throat. Guide your breath towards your lower belly. Inhale. Exhale, uncross your legs, guide your knees towards your armpits. Catch a hold of your feet, your ankles, or your big toes. Coming into happy baby and under balasana. Again, feel yourself breathing down into the lower belly and the pelvic bowl. Offer yourself one cleansing breath in, happy baby. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, hug your knees in towards you. Lengthen your left leg onto the mat. Open your right arm out to the side and guide your right knee to the left. Spinal twist. Inhale and exhale. Mindfully release from the twist. Let's hug out left knee in towards the chest, lengthen your right leg, and we'll find our spinal twist in the opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Mindfully release from the twist. And when you're ready, let's come into savasana, our final relaxation. Close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body becoming one with the earth beneath you, becoming one with the space around you. Continue to witness the movement of your breath, the feeling of your breath. Offer yourself one nourishing breath in Shavasana. When you feel ready to do so, begin to invite some slow and loving movements into your body. You can stay lying down on your mat, or perhaps work your way into a comfortable seated position. Take a moment to acknowledge your practice. Acknowledge the strength and the faith that you demonstrated in creating the time and space to honor and nurture your well-being. You might like to take a moment to silently repeat a kind word to yourself, something that inspires peace and well-being. On your next inhalation, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, palms to your heart. Let us round off our practice together with the mantra Om. Inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you, my friend. I would love to know in the comments below what you thought about this longer duration class and whether or not you like to have a shavasana relaxation at the end of your practice.